Barcelona 5, Como 0. And there you have it. The pre-season friendlies all wrapped up for Barcelona before they face Mallorca away in La Liga in the very first game. And that game there showed several examples across the match. How sharp at certain points can Barcelona be. The build-up for the third goal, which did include Rashford, by the way, was absolutely sensational, using his pace to his advantage to square it across for Raphinha. Fermín López tucking away two absolute bangers, and Yamal doing what Yamal does best, always on his game. This kid is sensational. 18 years old now, and he is going to thrive across La Liga. But guess what? Now you're going to have Barcelona and Real Madrid fans commenting down below. David, this is why I respect your opinions. That's from the Barcelona fans. And Madrid fans, oh, this guy is a Barcelona fan in disguise. There you have it. I can already tell what you're going to type in the comments below. But apart from that, let me tell you about this match. Several examples showed why Barcelona, at the moment, in terms of their build-up play, are clear above Real Madrid. Let's just call it as it is. Let's be honest here. And I have to be honest on Rashford's performance as well, because all jokes aside and all banter aside from the very first video I made on Rashford joining Barcelona, he done decently well. He done decently well, apart from the open goal that he missed, which was an absolute howler. But the build-up play, he looked dangerous. He did look dangerous, especially with his pace behind the defensive line. He is going to cause problems in La Liga. I have to be honest. He will cause problems. Yes, his touch is not just there yet. Hansi Flick probably needs to work a little bit more on that. But overall, he performed to a decent standard. But Yamal, different level altogether. Different level. This guy is going to be absolutely sensational across the season. I can predict it now. His GA is going to be up here. It's going to be more than the previous season. And he is just a sensational player in every aspect. Dribbling, passing, apart from the pass he gave to Ferran Torres, which was, I didn't know where that was going. But ultimately, you saw him trying to make runs in behind the defensive line, consistently attacking them, consistently trying to thread people through. And that's what he does best. There was a actual liability in the front of Barcelona's attack where he was trying to square balls across the box, but nobody was in there. I was expecting Rashford and Raphinha to be on the end of those, but they weren't there. So, you know what? That's for Hansi Flick to work out, essentially. But the way I'm talking about Barcelona, again, here we go. More chances for you to put in the comments below. He's a Barcelona fan in disguise. No, I'm not. I'm a Real Madrid fan. May I make that clear to you. But I can see why Real Madrid could have problems this season, especially when trying to stay in touch with Barcelona, because they're going to play like this throughout the season. Look how many goals they've scored in pre-season. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. To go against Como, a decent side in the Joan Gamper Trophy, and to win 5-0 comprehensively. That's how you do it. Fermín López with absolute scorchers from outside the box. And this is what you have to expect from Barcelona. They're going to have attacking opportunity after attacking opportunity after, wait for it, attacking opportunity. They're going to be having so many opportunities in every single match that they're going to score probably 100 plus goals in La Liga this season. So, what are Real Madrid going to have to do? We're going to have to keep up with them. We need to be more clinical in terms of front of goal and actually get our wins. Because Barcelona are going to get their wins. Trust me on this one. The way they're playing on a second season under Hansi Flick, you're going to expect them to turn up even more. You expect them to build up the play even better than they did today. And I'm just watching them lifting up the trophy. Obviously, it's kind of meaningless in terms of the grand stage of things. But ultimately, it gives them that momentum to carry on and now get into that first game against Mallorca and beat them. Beat them well. But Mallorca are going to be a different opposition to Como altogether. We saw Mallorca last year against Real Madrid in the first match, how they actually gave problems. And make sure you like this video, guys. That keeps on coming up on my video. I don't know why. But anyway, we move. And honestly, it is going to be a difficult match. A very difficult match for Barcelona because they have to really just be very ruthless against Mallorca. If they're very ruthless, then they have the opportunity to score. They have the opportunity to score. And you're going to expect Yamal, and I think Lewandowski will start that game. I don't think Rashford would start the game. You never know. But why is the reason that Hansi Flick is playing Rashford today? Is that an inkling into what he wants to do with him? Maybe play him up front. And then you saw Rashford and Raphinha consistently switching positions. That is just to keep the opposition on their toes, trying to keep the opposition guessing on who's going to be outside on the wing, who's going to be directly in the centre, and you expect Raphinha to do well there anyway after the amount of goals that he racked up last season. So there is so many things that Barcelona have well, but also there's so many things that they need to work on also, because the defence today showed, obviously, Araujo and obviously Kubasi in the back line with Eric Garcia on the right-hand side, and then Koundé came on later. Then I found more stability when Koundé came on, and I think Araujo and Eric Garcia and Kubasi, they're going to have to work something out because obviously Inigo Martinez is gone. So they're going to have to work something out there, and definitely Hansi Flick's going to have to sort out that big problem. But honestly, the front three were decent. Raphinha wasn't on his best game, even though he scored. Not on his best game, essentially. Rashford probably wasn't on his best game either, but Yamal was at a good 7 out of 10. Good 7 to 8 out of 10. That's not his best performance by any stretch of the imagination, but he is great at what he does. And what he does is just Yamal things, essentially. That's what he does. He is the best player in the world for me, by a country mile. By a country mile. But when he reaches that God-level status where he's just untouchable on the pitch, then no team can handle them. Not even Real Madrid, no PSG. No team can handle Yamal, because Yamal can single-handedly take a game by himself and just win it. That's what he does. And we need to just look at it, just face value here. Real Madrid are going to have major problems. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to, like I said, be clinical. Have the finishing touch up front with, obviously, Vini and Mbappe. Hopefully they can do their jobs this season, both of them. Obviously, Mbappe did his job last season, and hopefully Vini can do his job this season. We have to be honest about it and say that Barcelona are more carrying the momentum into La Liga. Obviously, Real Madrid got a match in Austria just in a couple of days, and that's going to be our final pre-season friendly. Maybe we'll get some more behind closed doors, but there was a long wait from the Club World Cup to the last friendly that we played in Leganes behind closed doors. And we need to play, obviously, in Austria. So it's going to give us just that final bit of oomph before we go into the La Liga game against Osasuna at home. And we need to be on our game. Real Madrid need to be on our game, because if we drop any points, you're going to see Barcelona just escaping. A little bit more, escaping. And then they're going to walk away with the lead before we can even have a chance to even compete. Because Alonso needs to do his job as well behind the scenes. He needs to set up the team well. He needs to understand which is his best team, and also how to rotate in certain matches, certain players, so we can keep everybody fit. Because, yes, our squad depth is decent, but it's quite not there yet. And I've got to do a video on Camavinga because he got injured again. I don't know what's going on with Camavinga. This guy, we need to talk about Camavinga. That's probably going to be my next video. But ultimately, guys, it's Barcelona who won the Joan Gamper Trophy. They did well across the match. You saw Fermín López, those 2 goals, absolute bangers. I think the dispossession of the ball in their own half was a bit of a mix-up anyway. But ultimately, Yamal was just great again today. Do you know what, actually? Pedri was really good today. I saw him, the ball was floating above him. He cushioned it. I remember when Zidane done that. He cushioned it on his chest and he took it away and dived out a turn. Unbelievable skill that takes. Like in an instant, in a blink of an eye. That is sensational. Sensational stuff. And some things that Pedri does is unreal. He is also just a shining light in this Barcelona team. But anyway, third chance, guys. Now, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts as a Madrid fan. Oh, here is a Barcelona fan in this, guys. One more time. And Barcelona fans, oh, that's why I like your honest opinions. That's it, guys. Time to say goodnight, adios, buenas noches, and we'll see you next time on another video, guys. Take care, and it's time to end the stream, Dave.